solution. Someone to cure your lonely condition. Looking for love in all the wrong places. No fine girls, just ugly faces. From frustration, first inclination is to
Good afternoon. Everyone is good, yes? First off, I'd just like to take a second to thank Mr. Harlan and Shirley Stonecipher for the vision of creating prepaid legal services a decade before I was born. And to everyone that made this dream possible for us to be here on this stage here with you today. To my team, I love you. I truly stand on the shoulders of your reasons and your commitments, and I can't wait to see your success unfold in prepaid legal services. So I'm excited to share with you a little bit about my journey. I know some of you have had an opportunity to see me speak before, and some of you have not, and so I want to share with you on the journey to the six-figure ring. How many of you guys are interested in earning 6 figures a year plus in prepaid legal services? Okay? And so here's what I need you guys to be in a peak state for this one. So everyone do me a favor, turn to your neighbor. If they are not sitting up in a peak state ready to take notes, adjust them. Okay? Are they looking good? All right, so my journey started 6 years ago, actually. I was in Los Angeles teaching dance classes. I got started at the age of 19. I signed my application in prepaid legal services. And I remember I used to go to the meetings, and I was so excited by the success stories. I was seeing new people earn $100,000, make $1 million, new executive directors, and I used to get so excited and motivated by the stories. But after a while, the success stories started to piss me off. Because it wasn't happening for me. You know, I was sitting at Super Saturday, some guy goes across stage, yeah, I got started 3.5 days ago, an executive director. I'm like, good for you. Anyone ever been there? Took me 5 months to recruit my first person in prepaid legal services, you know. And I found out it's kind of like two kids when they get to the pool. I don't know if you've ever seen children do this, but there's usually the one type of kid who gets to the pool, who goes up to it and taps their toe in. It's cold. Mom, it's cold. She's like, just get in, you'll be all right. And they take the first step in, and they freak out because it's so cold. And all of a sudden, it warms up, becomes a little more comfortable. And so then they take the next step, and they freak out again. And that's one way to get in the pool. But it's agonizing every step of the way. And there's a second type of child. Some of you have these children. They get to the pool and go, Mom, watch this. Boom! Hit the water. And they freak out because it's cold for them too. But after about 8 or 7 seconds, they're good. Now if they're playing, having fun, CFT qualifying, going manager. The other person's still thinking about making their list, you know. And here's what I'm asking you guys to do this weekend. Jump in. Jump all the way in. And if you're not going to jump in, just don't get mad at the people who do. Because that was me. I got mad at those people who jumped all the way in as I was sitting there with my thumb in my mouth, you know, tapping with my toe. And that was me. And because I had false expectations, I want to maybe educate you on some of the expectations on what to expect on this journey. And all I can do is share with you my story. And so I remember I got started in prepaid. I had the expectation that I was going to make $1 million by like Tuesday. I found out that that's just not the case. And I found out anything in life that you want, there's going to be a sacrifice for. And so to kind of give you an example of what I mean by that, can I draw on this? Ooh, I can. Good stuff. So if we can go to the Ilmu. Here's basically how it works. Everyone do me a favor and draw this in your notes. Okay? Let's say this is a Coke can. Coke. And let's say the Coke can costs $1 to get the Coke. All right? Here's what I found out. If I put in 75 cents, is it going to kick me out of Coke? No. What about 90 cents? 99 cents? What if I'm real positive? Ain't happening. How much do I need to put in to get the Coke? An entire $1, meaning I must pay full retail. And when you step up to the counter of success, you must pay full retail. And in prepaid legal services, what is paying the price? You know, and here's what I kind of look at it, is 5 years. Now, it may not take you 5 years. It took us a little over 4 to get to the 6-figure mark in prepaid legal services. You know, we have people on the team like Mr. Hunter Gray who did it in just over 2 years. You know, and there's incredible people that have done it in less time than that. But 5 years is pretty safe to say. It might take you a little bit longer, but I know for sure you can get it done in 5. And what do you do in those 5 years? Here's what you do. Okay? They give me 1. I get 1 sheet. That's it. Obviously, they don't know me. Okay? Actually, if there's any way I could get some more sheets, because this one's not going to work. Okay? So here's how this works. We take tools. Now, what's a tool? DVD magazine. Write this down next to tools in your notes. Anything but me. We give these out, and we get people to events. What's an event? Business briefing? Oh, they're down here. Here's what I found out. You don't have to be real smart to do this, apparently. As I learned from John Malott, would you rather say, I am smart or I is a millionaire? So here's how it works. We give out tools to get people to events, give out more tools to get more people to events, and we stay inside this system. Okay? This is the system in prepaid legal services. Inside here, you'll be very happy. This is happy. Happy, happy. Okay? This is happy zone. Outside this system is very sad. Pool of tears. This is sorrow, anger, depression, frustration, anxiety, stress. Okay? Stay inside the system. Now, in that system, you're going to experience some interesting things. Because when you're giving out tools, my expectation, I thought everyone was going to get it just like me. How many found out that is not the case? Right? And what I kind of relate prepaid legal services to is similar to like a deck of cards. Because how many cards are in a deck? 52. How many aces? Are we going to argue that? No. Okay? Now, if I flip over the first card, what's the chances of getting an ace? Odds are 1 out of 13, because there's 4 aces in the deck. But what are my odds of finding all 4 aces if I flip all 52 cards? 100%. How many of you guys like 100% odds? Not bad, but here's the thing. You got to flip all 52. I can't guarantee you anything unless you flip every card. And what happens with most people in prepaid legal services when they first get started, they say, Jess, well, if it's that simple, then why do so many people fail? Why do so many people fail? And here's the challenge. It's not the system that's the challenge. It's the conversation you have with yourself in your head. That will be your biggest battle in prepaid legal services. Because you guys do know you talk to yourself, right? Right? Okay, good. Because some of you are looking at me right now like, what is this guy crazy? I don't talk to myself. That's the one, by the way. Some of you guys have a committee up there, right? And so what happens is this. You turn over your first card. What is it? Boom, you turn over the first card. It's a 6. Oh, my God. What you do in this situation will determine your success long-term and short-term in prepaid legal services. Because what most people do is they try to convince this 6 that they're an ace. They're not an ace. They are a 6. Now, here's the thing. This 6 might need an opportunity. How many of you guys know some 6s that need an opportunity? You know, when you introduce them to prepaid legal, they're like, you need this. I know you need this. And they look at you and they say, no, I'm good. Here's what I say to those people now. Have you ever thought about being great? It's so funny because they freak out. They twitch. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Great? What is that? You know? So what happens is you continue to flip over the cards. Because I'm looking for the what? I'm looking for the ace. So I flip over the card. I get a 10. I get a queen. Oh, a queen. It's close to an ace. It's close. But this is not your ace. This is the queen who shows up is the drama woman in your business. How many guys have some of those? You guys know what I'm talking about? So you keep flipping. 2. Man, this business doesn't work. I hate this business. A king. I'm so close. But this is the person who comes from Xerox, who knows sales, who comes in and says, we're going to do it our way. You can't get this person to show up to a meeting. You're like, they'd be so good if they could just show up to a meeting. Why aren't they showing up? Because they're not an ace. So what do? You keep flipping the cards. Man, I hate this business. This business sucks. I never doubted it for a second. I knew it. I knew it. That's what people do in prepaid legal, okay? Never doubted it. Flip card. Never doubted it. But your cards say interesting things to you because they don't sound like regular cards. They say stuff like, oh, I don't have the time. I have the kids, like they're a disease. I have the kids, you know? I don't have the time. It's a scam. It's a scam. That one is still crazy to me. Having someone tell you prepaid legal is a scam would be as ignorant as me coming home from the gym and saying I signed up for the gym and you telling me the gym was a scam. I say, hey, I signed up for the gym. You did what? You need to go get your money back, man. Those gym things are total scams. You didn't know? What do you mean? How do you know it's a scam? Well, here's how I know for sure the gym is a scam. I have a friend signed up last year for the gym. He's still not in shape. Here's what I found out. It's not that gyms don't work. It's not that prepaid doesn't work. It's people don't work. Because if you... Yeah, thank you. That's it. Because if you sign up... Think about it this way. If you sign up for the gym and you don't go, do you get results? No, if you sign up for prepaid legal and don't show up, expect 0 results. And now you know that when you leave here. So if you don't show up and you fail, it's on you, not on us. Because I'm sick and tired of running across people that said, I did prepaid legal and never showed up. Give me a break. I'm sick of running across those people that tell prepaid legal doesn't work. You know? So it's on you. Now, if I say something today that offends you, just know it wasn't meant for you. It was meant for the person next to you. Okay? But they say crazy things. I don't have the time. This isn't going to work, right? All this junk, right? Here's the thing. You get objections. I remember they used to bother me in the beginning, but after a while, objections become fun. There's 2 ways, easy ways to deal with objections I'll give you, because I remember they used to hurt me in the beginning on my journey to the ring. And one of them was, here's an easy way to deal with objections. Just ignore it completely. People say, I don't want to do sales. Perfect. What are you doing Tuesday night? I'm telling you, that stuff works. You know? Okay? The second way is kind of like tennis. Any of you guys ever played tennis before? Any of you know what tennis is? One guy in the back. Good. Okay? So here's the thing. The game of tennis looks something like this. You got me. You got your opponent. Okay? All right? And the game of tennis is hit the ball to their side, and their job is to hit it what? Back. And you hit it back. And they hit it back. Back and forth until someone messes up. That's the game of tennis, right? So here's the thing in prepaid legal. When someone serves you up an objection, all you want to do is hit it back. And how you hit it back is very simple. Just repeat whatever they said and act like it was stupid. I'm serious. Because what a lot of you do is you get frustrated and upset, okay? And you start arguing. You become prepaid legal defender man or woman, you know? I'm telling you that stuff doesn't work. Because that would be like playing tennis and they said, this is a scam. And you got mad and threw the racket. No, it's not. It's not a scam. You're not going to win the game that way. Here's an easy way to do it. They say it's a scam. You just hit it back. Scam? And pause. Because now it's in their court. They might say something, yeah, like one of those pyramids. One of those pyramids? Yeah, you know the people at the top make the money. People at the top make the money. So what is this again? What are you doing Tuesday night? I don't have the money. You don't have the money? Well, you know I got it. Okay, so you got it. Yeah. Okay, great. So let's get started. I'm telling you, even if they don't sign up, at least you'll have fun. Right? Easy way to deal with objections, okay? But now, so here's the thing. You're going to deal with all that stuff. Not everyone's going to get it. People say, why is it? I don't know. It's just the way it is. As Jim Rohn would say, I wouldn't sign up for that class. Why does the sun rise in the east and set in the west? I wouldn't spend much time on that. So we give out tools. You're going to run across interesting people. And then what we do is we come back to the events, okay? So we come back to the events. I'm going to make a mess up here because I can. So we give out tools, we come to the events. Now, in the events, here's what I found out. Spaced repetition is the mother of all skill. This is how you learn everything. And how many of you guys want to be just completely unconsciously competent at prepaid? You don't think about it, it's just on autopilot, you just do it. Okay? That's how you learn everything, is spaced repetition. I can guarantee you the front row and the people you see down here on the floor, they don't think about doing prepaid legal anymore. They just do it. They don't have to think about it. It just comes out of them. It's a part of their music. I'll give you an example. Everyone sing along with me. My baloney has a first name. Come on. Why do you know that? Jeez. Come on, that hasn't been on in how many? 15 years? How about this one? Help me out. There's a story. Okay, that's enough. Okay, right? Okay. But you know that because you heard it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It becomes in your subconscious. And now you can recall it. And you don't even have to think about it. That's how you build prepaid legal services. You show up over and over and over and over and over and over. And when you don't want to, you show up over and over and over and over and over. And people tell you all the time, you still going to those meetings? Here's what I say to those people. Are you still going to your job? Probably. So you're going to show up and you're going to get that spaced repetition. Because we know this, guys. You know, practice makes. And that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No, it does. I'll give you an example. Like the first time I went to play golf, I'd go to the driving range and I hit this one. Boom, my first ball. And I'm looking for it. I was like, did you see where it went? My buddy's like, yeah, it's over there, bud. No, it's not. I keep hitting the ball, smacking it, and it keeps going over there. So here's my experience in prepaid legal services. What's going on for me is I'm hitting the ball, and I'm trying to hit it this way, and the ball keeps going over here and over here and over here and over here and over here. Here's what I found out after a short period of time. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. And what drives me insane is why I see people get started in this business, think they know how to do it, and continue doing something over and over and over and become really good at doing something that doesn't work. And so to get those slight edge, those slight tweaks, those adjustments in your business, okay, those finishing touches, and a lot of times, here's what I found out. It's just a little flick of the wrist. It's one word. It's one thing to add to your vocabulary that can take you from hitting the ball this direction to hitting it down the fairway every single time. And so what you're going to do is you're going to get those tweaks along the way through that spaced repetition. But here's the thing. Anything in life worth doing is worth doing poorly in the beginning. You're going to be bad before you're good. Anything in life worth doing is worth doing bad at first. Because success comes from good judgment. You must have that. But good judgment usually comes from experience. And experience generally comes from bad judgment. So in other words, you usually have to fail your way forward to the top in this business. And that's every story you hear up here. Every person that crosses the stage, it sounds a little like this. I got started, I messed it all up, now I make 6 figures a year from home. That's basically how they go. And so you're going to run across a lot of interesting things on this journey. But here's the biggest challenge for most people along this process. Because instead of getting 20 years of experience, they usually get 1 year of experience 20 times. And here's why. It looks something like this. Okay? Let's say this is a cafeteria. Okay? Everyone draw this diagram in your notes. This is a good cafeteria. Okay? And this is the line, and this is the front of the line. Let's say this is the $100,000 ring. Okay? All right? Now, how many of you guys want the $100,000 ring? Yes? Okay? 20 of you. Good. Okay? Talking to you. Now, here's the thing. If I want to be at the front of the line, where must I start? The back of the line. Now, here's the two things I know for sure about the people at the front of the line. Number one, they got in line. Number two, they stayed in line. But what most people do is they start at the back of the line and they get so impatient because we live in such a fast food society. We want everything now, instant, you know? And so what happens is they stand at the back of the line and they get frustrated because like, God, this isn't fast enough. There must be a faster way. And all of a sudden they start looking for shorter lines. So they get out of line and go look for a shorter line. And they get in the back of another line and go, wow, this one is not any faster than the one I was in. And then they come back to the original line and go, holy cow, I was in front of that guy up there. But they have to start again where? At the back of the line. So if you can look at this at the Elmo, here's what most people spend their whole life doing. They start, they come up, they get out, they come back, they start, they come out, they get back. This is how most people spend their entire life in prepaid legal. Because what they're doing is they're jumping in and out of the system. Now, here's the thing. Those 5 years, what's the system in prepaid legal services? Like I told you, it's T&E, tools and events. This is the system. You stay inside this. Remember, this is happy. Happy place. Happy. Okay? And so when you're going through this process, just don't let perfect get in the way of possible. Because you're going to run across all kinds of things that you can't control. But here's what I found out. When your mind's been expanded, it can never go back. And I'm reminded of Alexander the Great. How many of you guys know Alexander the Great? Yes? One of the greatest leaders and conquerors of our time, of history. And one of his untold stories is Alexander the Great stood on top of the hill and watched his army being slaughtered. And he realized that all seemed to be lost. And he looked at his bugle boy and he said, Bugle boy, our men are dying. There's no way we're going to win this battle. We must turn back. Sound the retreat. And he looks back over the army to seeing this continual beating. But he doesn't hear the retreat. And he turns back to his bugle boy. He says, Bugle boy, our men are dying. You must sound the retreat. And Alexander looks back over his army. He's watching as anticipation as things continue to go in the wrong direction. But what happens is he doesn't hear the retreat. And now he's frustrated. And he turns back to his bugle boy. Bugle boy, I've ordered you 2 times now to sound the retreat. Why have you not sounded the retreat? And the bugle boy looks back at Alexander the Great and says, Sir, with all due respect, when I learned I'd be following you into battle, I never learned how to sound a retreat. And Alexander the Great looks at the bugle boy and he says, If we can't go back, then we must go. And if you don't know how to sound a retreat, then you sound the charge louder than you ever have in your entire life. And that bugle boy sounded the charge with more enthusiasm and more vigor than ever, because he knew if his soldiers did not hear it and ignite from it, that all would be lost. And so in hearing that, they stepped up their game, because in hearing that, they knew there was no going back. And when there was no going back, failure was not an option. And when failure is not an option, success is. So why do you tell yourself anything different? They went on to win that battle to become the greatest victory of his career. And so on this journey, you're going to run across interesting things. And I want to share with you just a minute of my journey here. If we can go to the slides real quickly. As life for me would never be the same again. Here's where prepaid legal started for me. Okay? This is my apartment where I started. I signed up on that coffee table. I was teaching dance classes. Yes, I am the only white guy that's doing a hip-hop company. Yes. Okay? All right? So here's what's interesting. Here's me dancing. Okay? This is where I was on stage as well. And this is my brother, a big reason why I was doing prepaid legal services, being able to coach his sports, being able to spend time with him. It was such an important part of prepaid legal services for me. Okay? This is my first private business reception where half of those people got started and half of them quit. They got out of line. Here's what I found out. Age wrinkles your skin, quitting wrinkles your soul. This was my first convention, my manager tag. That was the winter formal, the suit I wore to winter formal in high school because it was the only dress clothes I had. I went and bought my first suit because of prepaid legal. And I met Harlan Stonecipher with rolled up slacks because I didn't get them tailored because I didn't know any better. This is how I started prepaid legal services, guys. This was my journey. Went to my next convention as a director. I was excited. Here in Las Vegas as a director. And we continued moving forward, you know. Because if we couldn't go back, we must go forward. Here's me as an executive director. I keep showing up. I stay in line. I met Jeff Olson at the executive director banquet. I'd listened to the CD so many times. I went up to him and was like, hey, Jeff. He's like, I don't know you. I thought I knew him. When I bought one of the cars that I always wanted to get, met people like Mr. Chris Hughes, $100,000, $200,000, Mr. Michael Humes. I got a chance to associate with quality people like Mr. Josh Denny. I got a chance to hang out with people like Mr. Dave Hall. I got a chance to spend time with Mr. Mark Smith. I got a chance to hang out with the Malats and Miss Broughton and incredible leaders. I got a chance to spend time with incredible people, recruit people better than me. As a result of that, my income exploded. Free company, trips. I got a chance to travel the world doing what I love to do, visiting Rome, getting deposits from prepaid legal. Got a chance to be in Barcelona, in Big Ben. I got a chance to spend some time in the churches of Barcelona, getting deposits from prepaid, the beaches of Portugal, getting deposits from prepaid legal services. I had a chance to spend some time in Fiji, getting deposits from prepaid legal services while I was gone. Doing all this while I loved everything, loving every minute of it. Getting a chance to spend quality time doing community service work, painting a school for the Fijian children out there that had no way to be able to afford it. And if it wasn't for us coming into town, we had people. This is some of this looks fake. You know, all expense paid trips where I was able to take people for real fast food in Mexico, the real Taco Bell. Okay, you know. Renting quads and going to hidden caverns and amazing churches. Getting a chance to spend time, you know, on free company trips. You know, cruises all around the world. We're sober. Okay? All right. So, 7 Mile Beach in the Grand Caymans. $2 million condos. Having fun with great people. You can see Josh Denny's pissed because Brian Carruthers has all his poker chips. You know. Snorkeling off of the Bahamas. Okay? Mr. Darnell himself hanging out in the Grand Cayman Islands. Getting paid daily anywhere. Amazing, amazing situations where prepaid legal people got the chance to use it. You know, I mean, it was an unbelievable experience spending time with Mr. Paul J. Meyer. Oh my God, guys. You know, Frank and Teresa Coyne, no wonder they're doing so well. Look at their library. Look at what they're putting in their brain. Had a chance to spend some time with them. You know, the Somervilles. You know, we got the Patrick Shaw and Julie Shaw. You know, private catered dinners on the beaches of the world. Because of prepaid legal services, the beaches of Hawaii. You know, one of the things I never anticipated prepaid legal services bringing me was at an event in Chicago. And I met a woman there that, you know, caught my attention, and I knew I was going to marry her. She just didn't know it. And so prepaid legal brought me one of the most important people in my life, my fiance, Patty. I love you. Thank you so much for everything that you've given me in my life. And just unbelievable. And so, click, click, click. I'm trying to go faster, guys. This is not clicking. Oh, we went to Giovanni's Shrimp Trunk. I left my mark there because you can write stuff, make more money, call me, you know. Getting a chance to spend time with the turtles, getting a chance to spend time with the whales out there, getting a chance to spend time with the dolphins on Norm. Norm, I love you. Thank you for that opportunity to spend some time, you know, in incredible places, traveling the world, having fun, getting deposits from prepaid legal services every single day, you know, and it's unbelievable. Cancun, Mexico, all expense paid trips. You got to be in Punta Cana. You know, we are gangsters. Dubai, the only 7-star resort in the world. This is my room in Dubai. That's the bathroom, guys. only skiing in the mall, in the desert of Dubai, in the Middle East, okay? You know, unbelievable experience. Skydiving, getting a chance to spend time. My mom, who got started in the business, went executive director. The Black and Gold banquets, you got to get there. Meeting people like Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, these people changed my life. They asked me to dream again, and I trusted. Here's the thing, okay? We will not betray your trust. You can dream here. It's safe to dream in prepaid legal services. And so I started making these dream boards, and I started making them, and things started becoming true. And I didn't even know where things were coming from. And that's where I grew up, in a trailer. And I moved from the trailer to Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino, right here, a few years ago, receiving the 6-figure ring. And here's what I would ask you. Why not you? Why not you? Tell me why you can't do this. And be careful, because if you fight for your limitations, we might just let you keep them. And when you make it to the top of your mountain, it may not be easy, but it'll be worth it. Because when you stand up there and you can say, oh my God, I did it. God, I did it. Dad, I did it. Mom, I did it. Team, we did it. I stand up here and you can look down and say, look, it wasn't easy. I might have tripped. I might have fallen. I might have stumbled. I might have got scratched. I might have got kicked. I might have got down. But when I got down, I got back up again because I knew where I was going. I knew where I was going. I knew it because I knew for sure that if I can't go back, I must go. And if you must go forward, failure is not. And if failure is not an option, success is. Prepaid Legal, your ring is waiting for you. Come and claim it.